So you finally hit 100k, or you're pushing to hit that 100k mark. Is it worth it? Hello everyone, as you know, I'm Poke for Life. I recently hit 100k on my MagDK, and this got me thinking, was it necessary, and was it worth it? Before I give you my take on these topics, I'd like to take a moment to remind you to subscribe to my channel and leave a like on the video. I'm just starting out, so it's refreshing to see people like and subscribe. Now that we're past the intro, let's get going. I started playing ESO in February of 2015. I'm by no means the best player in the game, however, I have cleared all the vet trials more times than I can count. I have not been fortunate enough to find a progression group for VSS hard mode or VCR hard mode yet, but I have multiple clears on VAS hard mode and VHOF hard mode. All of this is to say that I'm not a god at the game, but I do have quite a bit of experience in assisting my guild at bettering their builds to progress in the way they prefer. I was ecstatic when I finally hit 100k. It's been a marker I've been looking forward to hitting for a very long time. As a console player, I've watched these PC builds hitting over 100k for years. It's always frustrated me to know that I would constantly sit 20 to 30,000 damage below these builds. However, that seemed to be a norm for console players. Then we had an update about a year ago that allowed us console players to have timers on their front and back bars. This changed the game completely for us. Our numbers started raising at rapid rates and made higher par scores more achievable. It didn't take long before seeing console players start posting scores of 100k plus. This made me feel it was possible to hit the numbers if I just tried hard enough and put in the work on my rotation. I finally reached this 100k mark for the first time about a week ago, which is about a week and a half before the next patch will adjust our numbers again. So I'm not here to analyze the changes that the next patch will have on my numbers, but more so what 100k actually means. As I said earlier, I achieved this mark on my MagDK, which is only around because the armory system allowed me to change my tank around a little bit. This leads me to the first question. Is 100k necessary? In order to answer this question, we have to look at solo and group content for the game. For solo play like Maelstrom Arena and Vatisher and Hollows, my 100k was 100% useless. I already have multiple videos that show I'm much more efficient in solo arenas on my Sork than I am my DK. However, for group content like Vet Trials, my DK is much more desired 90% of the time. My Sork has very little utility to the group except for instances like Orbs and VCR, but a MagDK can toss on Zens and be a key participant in any end-game trial or trifecta run. From my experience, these groups aren't concerned solely with your ability to hit hard, but also with your ability to follow mechanics and callouts. So to answer the question, is 100k DPS really necessary? I would say no. Hitting hard is super helpful, but if you don't know how to play your character and understand the buffs, then you won't be a use to any of the group. I advise taking the time to run more solo content and understand your build prior to pushing 100k. Now for the next question. Was it worth it? From a gold standpoint, not a chance. I have spent millions of alliance points and hundreds of thousands worth of alchemy regions on potions for parsing. This doesn't include the countless hours I've spent working to achieve this mark. However, this 100k is worth it in one circumstance and one circumstance alone, but this circumstance is only there for each individual player to decide. This circumstance: are you proud of hitting your mark, and are you humble when reaching it? Everybody has their own reason for playing the game. Some people enjoy questing, some people enjoy dungeons and trials, others are obsessed with PvP. If you are looking for the personal satisfaction of knowing your rotation well enough to hit hard, then you have achieved your goal. However, remaining humble during these achievements is the most important piece of making the achievement necessary. This game is its own community, and being humble is a key part of helping the community grow. Nobody enjoys running with those players who will never find a group good enough to run with because they are so much better than everyone else. By being pompous and putting others down, members are hurting the community in a sense and wasting their achievements by removing themselves from the community. For me, hitting 100k was 100% worth the time and effort and resources it took to learn my rotation. However, I really do wish I would have spent more time learning how to play the class rather than focusing on hitting a reasonably high number. With my DK experience, I don't feel comfortable using him in a prog because I don't know how to play him properly. For me, this is a hindrance because I really enjoy trials, and now I'm having to go back and learn how to use them properly in both group and a solo environment. Thank you for watching and listening to my take on whether or not you should spend all of your resources on hitting high numbers. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It'll help me out greatly. See you next time.